Hey everybody, Kathy here, and I just thought I'd get on today because I'm outside, so it's a little windy. I haven't been on here in a bit, and the last time I made a video, I was referencing the podcast that I was recently interviewed for, which was with Vince McKee of Keon Sports, and so that was early March. So it has been a while, and I have tons going on in my family right now with my son's graduation coming up, and lots of emotional times even for both my kids. So, but I wanted to come on and get back to a little bit of the spiritual types of videos that I had made, and ones lately have mostly been referencing the Ultimate Warrior and really funny things that have happened to me. Some are very personal, and I've shared those. And so for those of you who are new to my channel, yay! Thanks for finding me. My name is Kathy Pickett, and I'm an author, published author. And my book is called Spirit and Belief, and it's about how the Ultimate Warrior led me to trust intuition. And it was his energy that worked through me, and I was a fan of his forever. And I wrote a blog, which I'm still writing, but I'm taking a break from writing right now. But you can find me there at mywarriorwritings.com, and then spiritbelief.com, which is the title of the book, is my other more spiritual blog. And I actually did write a post on what I'm going to talk about today. But just to back up a little bit, I am a spiritual intuitive, and I've had gifts on and off for many years now. I just didn't really acknowledge them, or I didn't think that they would manifest into anything. And, I would just laugh stuff off and say things are coincidence and whatever. But with Warrior's passing, it really brought out a lot of things. And so I started writing all of them down. But I've had things with other people as well. And it was suggested to me by my energy healer that I work with, and she works through my guides who come through that are mostly, angels. And she told me that I was having some writer's block. And I was, actually. So I was going to wait till our trip in mid-June to take my break, but she said, no, you need that break now. So I've been doing painting instead, and that was recommended. So I've just been painting little things in my journal, mostly nature pictures, in place of writing. And it's been great, but it's also been tough, those Mondays and Wednesdays when I should be doing something else, right? And so I'm taking that break for the month of May and going into just the first, day or so of June, which will be next week. So I will be back to writing. But anyways, getting back on track. So I'm going to talk about today living in 5D consciousness. And for spiritual folks like myself, you probably are aware of that term, but maybe some of you aren't. So when we're here on Earth, everything is physical, and we're dense, and there's matter, and it's very 3D. But the spiritual realm, the afterlife, and whatever you want to call that with the universe, is 5D, and we make those connections. I'm going to link my blog post I wrote about this at the end. And again, it's very basic, so I try to make things simple so people can understand it in a relatable way. But you may have a lot more experiences, or you may be a lot more spiritually in tune than I am in that way. So you might have other things. But I've left some videos on physical ascension symptoms, and yes, my things did require medical professionals. But I believe deep down, if we follow our intuition, which is what I always say, that you will know when you need someone else's assistance. And I'm glad that I work with an energy healer, because I'm realizing now, yes, I did have medical issues that needed to be addressed. Okay. But now, things that move through me, I know that it requires a different type of healing. And I have pains and different things, but we panic, right? And we think that there's something wrong with us, or what's wrong with my organs, or yes, like I said, I had issues. But when you are moving, trying to get into this 5D way of being, everything is super fast paced. I mean, think about our phones now. We got to be connected. We got to have the 5G. We got to, have all this. And, that's a lot. It's a lot for our brains and our systems. But physically, it's challenging for those of us who are trying to raise our vibration by practicing these easy types of ways of doing that, whether it's through meditation or like I work with an energy healer, or saying mantras and affirmations, working with crystals, all those things that you can look up on your own if you're not familiar. We do these things, right? And so one of the things I always say in meditation is help me to continue to heal, but do it for my highest good and the good of all, and help me to eliminate those things that no longer serve me. Okay, so then I just let it go. So things that no longer serve you could be embedded within. It could be a lot more than what you're thinking. So it could be relationships with people. It could be bad attitudes or opinions. It could be, social media type of situations. Any of that. It's so broad. Help me to eliminate what no longer serves me, right? And we say that, and we do. And so the universe will show you signs and give you little, hints to get there. And I know a lot of it with me was food choices. And again, it's not that I eat crap or junk, but I have my, weaknesses like everybody, and I have my cravings. So, and I have some conditions too that are affected by that. But I'll know. But do I have allergies? No. Is it sensitivities? Not dietary or medical. It's spiritual sensitivities, where your body is just giving you clues like, you know what? We're at a different level now. We don't necessarily want that anymore. And I'm not telling everybody to go vegan or 100% organic. I know it's expensive to do that. And I've done a little bit of it. But am I 100%? No. I commend people who are and eating 100% all natural plant-based foods, no processed stuff, whatever. So, but I will know if there's something like dairy is a big one with me. Not that I can't do dairy, I can, but too much of it. Or certain, other things like that. But now I like things maybe that I never liked, but maybe I didn't grow up eating them. Like peppers is a very good example with me. So I guess I ate green peppers when I was a kid. I don't remember. But now, I like the other ones better, like red, yellow, orange. I like those better. But my husband will even say, who is this woman who's liking peppers? And it's such a small little example. But there's so many other things. And it depends on what you're doing in your life, the practices that you're doing that are leading you somewhere else. But we are raising our level to be closer in a way to how the universe is. And it's hard. It's hard for our bodies to adjust to that. And we have all these things coming in, planetary activity and eclipses and all these dates that were just so extremely rare. And I'm affected by those things. Okay, Mercury retrograde, and I am. And some of you may be too. And you just wonder, like, why am I randomly getting this? Or why does this hurt? Or I haven't done anything different. I haven't eaten anything different. I haven't, worked out in an extreme way, and then all of a sudden you just have a sensitivity to something. And it's just, I think it's just different for all of us. So for those of us who are spiritual seekers and who are also spiritual practitioners, I guess, you will have some of these issues come up from time to time, and your energy will be off. Maybe if you're with certain people, or you're in a certain place, or you're doing a certain activity, or maybe you realized, I used to enjoy this or like this, and now it's kind of waning, and you're, confused. And I wrote a little bit about this in my book as well. But again, basic stuff, again, too, you could have things that are a lot more broader. It isn't just food. It isn't just, people. It's other types of spiritual experiences that you may have. So look to your dreams for signs. Do a lot of grounding work. Take those salt baths, or if you're not into baths, soak your feet. Get grounded with the earth. And we always say eat more fruits and vegetables, but sometimes, spiritual people, you crave meat, you need the protein. And so I think it's different for all of us. So you just have to take it one step at a time based on you. But look to things that will work for you. And I would recommend energy healing work. Even if you just do a YouTube video on Reiki, distance Reiki. My cousin does that. Anything that you want to do some sound meditation, listen to sounds, and try, doing that to get yourself at a higher level. So there's practical things that you can do, and those are just some tips. So I leave you with that today, and I hope wherever you are, you have a fantastic day. I'm glad the weather's finally warming up here, and I'm going to be super crazy busy coming up. So I just wanted to get on and leave another spiritual thought. So 3D versus 5D. What are you experiencing? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what works for you. Like I said, you can find me spiritbelief.com, myworryrings.com. I am on Facebook, but it's mostly like family, friends. But I am in some groups there. I'm on Twitter, and of course here YouTube. So that's where you can find me. So I will see you all another time. Enjoy your day.